All right. Good to see everybody again. Hope everybody's good. Obviously, we signed our class in December, but still a fun day to just kind of re-celebrate this amazing group of young people that are coming to Clemson, and a lot of them are already here. We signed 23 guys, as y'all know, in December, and 15 of them are mid-years. They're off to a great start. Just a lot of fun, knowing that these guys are here and will be part of spring practice and just kind of, getting everything down right now. They're all eager. They're learning. So you spend all this time recruiting them, and now you're actually getting a chance to really, start coaching them. So that part's been real exciting. And, we'll end up adding probably three or four walk-on guys between now and summer, as well. So just a really good group. And as I always say, time will tell. Everybody wants to put rankings and all that stuff on these classes coming out of high school, which obviously that's all based on potential, what people, think they can do. And as we all know, this is a developmental game. Garoppolo, I just saw in the Super Bowl, I think he was a 2-star recruit. And where'd he go? Eastern somewhere, Illinois or something like that. So, it's a very subjective process, influenced by many, many factors. And so we try to just stay focused on the things that we look for. And sometimes it matches up with what everybody else thinks, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think at the end of the day, this is a really, really good class that I think over time will prove to be a special group. I think we all think they're a special group right now, but, over time you have to prove that. And that's why I always say you should rank the classes, 4 years later, because then it's truly about performance. It's about graduation. It's about development and all those things. And I don't know, I think The Athletic just did an article. I'm not sure if you wrote it or not, Grace. I have no idea who wrote it. Okay, well, whoever Max is, I don't know who Max is, but somebody sent it to me. Who sent that article to me? But it was great. But basically, I guess they took the 2016 class. I think we were 11th, according to the article. And on the re-rank 4 years later, we were 1. So there you go. I just think, if you sign the 15th class today, hey, just be excited about the class that you got and the guys that came to play for you. But that's just how I look at it. Again, I think that you got to go prove and earn that stuff over the course of time. But I love this group, and I do think they will prove to be one of the best groups we've had and allow us to continue to be one of the most consistent programs in the country on and off the field, because these are a bunch of really good students that are coming in here, and I think young people that are driven to be excellent in everything that they do. So in recruiting, it's always critical to fill your needs, and I think that we've done that for sure with the breakdown of this class. It's always hard to walk away from, other great players. That's the hard part, because there's a lot of good, really, really good players that we could have come to Clemson, but we try to recruit to a number and just fill our needs. And I think we were able to do that for sure with these 23 guys. But what I love more about this group is I always say, let's recruit people first, players second. And I think we got a bunch of great young people that just happen to be good football players. And so that's what I'm excited about, especially going around and spending time with them and being around their families and so forth. But last year's class, we had 14 states represented. This year, 12 states. And Canada. So Tony and Grish went up to Canada, I guess last week. So that's just really cool for me. Again, going into my 18th season here at Clemson and just where our brand is, and the fact that we can, go out to California and recruit great players, or go to Texas and get a great player, or go to Connecticut, or go to Canada, or wherever. I just think it's just really, really cool. But with the criteria that we have in place, with the fit that we're looking for, with the academic expectations and the value of education and all those things that we value and have in place here, we've as our brand has grown, it has allowed us to expand and really be very selective on who gets the opportunity to come here. And the kids that we are recruiting, they have the opportunity to be very selective too. So it's been a pretty good fit for us, these last couple of years. But, man, a great group. We signed 1 quarterback, as you know, 2 running backs, 6 offensive linemen, 1 tight end, 2 wideouts, 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 safeties, and 2 corners. And then soccer signed a kicker that we expect to be able to help us as well. So we're excited about all of that, and, again, just very thankful. I don't think you can overstate that enough. Very thankful for this group of young men, this group of families that really came together. And a lot of these guys, I mean, they've formed great relationships already. So I'm just thankful for them that they chose to come and be a part of what we have here at Clemson. And really appreciative of our staff, because they do an amazing job. And just spending the last 2 weeks on the road every day, going all over and seeing some of our summer enrollees that aren't here yet, but also seeing some of our top upcoming senior prospects, and just the job that our staff has done in really with their due diligence, and it's just a lot of fun. So our staff's done an amazing job. Super proud of them, and really just can't wait to get started with this group, with this team, and the 15 mid-years that are here is going to be a lot of fun. We got a bunch of guys in that group that I think will have the potential to help us for sure, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to create a ton of competition this spring, and that's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what you did last year, whether you won a national championship or you went 3-9. It really doesn't matter. You got to start over, and you have to go and earn it all over again. And it's really that way at every level of football, because you have a new team, you have new people, you have development, guys get better, and so forth. So I'm excited about it. And again, having those guys here is going to be awesome. And this roster is pretty much here. We've got, I guess, 8 mid-years, 8 summer enrollees that will come this summer to join the group. So, and we pretty much have the entire roster here this spring. So we're really fortunate in that, because that allows us to practice in a very competitive way and develop our team. So I'm really looking forward to it. Right now, as our roster sits and everything kind of settles out, and I have no idea. Sometimes a guy will come to you, after spring ball or something, and tell you he's not going to come back, and those type of things. And I can never predict those things. Logan Rudolph's going to go. He's going to go be the new Rock. He's going to be in the movies. I didn't see that coming. Although if that's what he wants to do, you better watch out, because he'll probably be the next action hero. I'm putting my money on him, that's for sure. So sometimes things happen, and you just don't know, and you can't predict it. But where our roster sits right now, assuming everybody's back between now and the fall, of our 120, we're going to have 42 seniors and juniors and 78 freshmen and sophomores. So that right now is the breakdown. And again, that could change between now and August, certainly, but that's where we sit as of today. Back-to-back years where I think we've got a young team, and that's reflective in our signing classes, because we signed a big class last year, and for us, another big class this year, signing 23. This next year's class will not be as big, but that's just kind of the cycle that we're in right now, and from a roster management standpoint. So we're ready to roll. We're going to take a little break coaches have been grinding really since, we got back January the 14th, and I think we all passed out on the 15th, and we were right back at it on the 16th, and have been gone really every day, except for maybe a day on the weekend, recruiting, and then back out. And so it's been a crazy last couple weeks, but a lot of fun, and exciting to get out and see a lot of people and meet people. But we're going to take a little break after we got a little celebration tonight, a little barbecue in our indoor facility. We'll have some fun with that, and with this signing class, and all the mid-years will be there. So we'll celebrate this group a little more formally tonight, and then we'll get back in here next Wednesday as a staff, and really crank it up. So we got a lot to do from a quality control standpoint, and really studying ourselves and reinforcing the strengths, and attacking some of the weaknesses, some of the things that maybe we didn't do so well. Obviously, it's a lot good. It was a great year, and we were one of the best out there offensively, defensively, really across the board. And we got a good group coming back, but it's still a different team. And so, identifying what our expectations are for the spring, the goals and objectives for offense, defense, kicking game for spring practice as a group, but also positionally as a segment. So those will be things that we'll be really spending the next couple weeks on, and again, looking at all of our data from the season, and then studying other people, something that we spend a lot of time on the spring doing, and just trying to get better, all of us. So our all-in drills, our mat drills, will start next Wednesday. That's always fun for us, kind of first time to kind of get back on the field with our guys, and start doing some football movement stuff, and really start kind of building the makeup of this team. And we're going to start practice February 26th. So it's kind of become our norm. We're the last off, and I don't know if anybody's starting before that, but if we're not the first, we're one of the first, back on the field. And I love that. We're very blessed that we've been able to have a lot of time to keep practicing and staying basically in football shape when you go all the way as far as we did. So turn the page. Let's get on the field. We got a lot of guys eager to get out there and get at it, and that's what we're going to do. And then our spring game will be April the 4th. Great group, and excellent, a fun day. I don't know if any of y'all are coming to the barbecue tonight, but we'll have a little more in-depth conversation about those guys. With that, I'll take your questions.
Coach, what about two